Going on, everyone? John Matrix here. We got another SCP video here. This one is SCP-1048 Builder Bear. This is from the Exploring series, the SCP Foundation. So yeah, don't really know what to expect from this one. Other than, you know, the only thing that comes to mind is back in the day, they used to have a company where, you know, you would build a, you know, stuffed bear doll kind of thing. So I don't know if this is something along with that. The only other thing I can think of is maybe this is some kind of tie into like Dr. Wondertainment somehow, you know, it created some kind of like little bear that, you know, builds things. I don't know, but I guess that's what we're gonna find out here. Builder Bear is wacky. I mean, that's kind of what I'm expecting. I feel like this is gonna be one of the weirder ones, but as always, links down below in the description to the original channel without my commentary and reaction, or to the original video without my commentary and reaction, and to the Exploring series channel. As you can see, we're doing this reaction live from our YouTube members. So if you would like to come in and join the discussions that we have, we would love to have you guys here. There's a join button down below. You can click that join button. Check out the YouTube membership tiers and the benefits that I offer. See if any of those have any interest for you. We'd love to have you guys in here. Regardless, I just appreciate you guys coming in and checking out the videos. So yeah, we're gonna jump into this video here. Again, this is SCP-1048 Builder Bear. Let's see what this is all about here. Volume's good. Monitor's up. Let's do it.
SCP-1048 Builder Bear. Killer dolls and toys are not exactly a new concept for horror.
They aren't.
With Chucky being the prime example.
I always like, I don't know, just a little tangent here, okay? I don't know about you guys. I always thought of the concept of Chucky being ridiculous because it's like, it's a doll, brother. Like, I get that it's possessed by like a spirit and has some kind of like supernatural like stuff, but like, it's a doll. You can literally step on its head and crush it. Like, you can break it. Like, what? I always found the Chucky horror movies more like campy comedy horror than like actual, oh my god, slasher, I'm scared horror. You know what I mean? But that's just me. Anyway, let's continue.
Exactly a new concept for horror, with Chucky being the prime example. And although they can often be unnerving, it can be difficult to make them truly frightening. I've already talked about the efficacy of taking innocent concepts and using them in horror writing, and with 1048, we find an SCP that makes an effort to be as innocent and cute as it can before revealing its much darker side. SCP-1048 is a small teddy bear, showing no unusual physical qualities, but is capable of moving and thinking of its own accord. While unable to speak, it can communicate with gestures, and responds to yes or no questions asked of it.
Interesting.
Most of the time, 1048 shows affection to those nearby, with hugs, dances, jumping in place, or by drawing pictures. All individuals exposed to these affections respond positively, even D-class with sociopathic tendencies. For 7 months after discovering 1048, the Foundation believed this to be the extent of 1048's anomalous properties.
Wrong.
And although they attempted to question it about its nature or origin, it refused to answer, either not knowing or not wishing to divulge the information. Eventually, 1048's true anomalous property came to light, as it's capable of constructing crude copies of itself using alternative materials.
Interesting.
Both organic and inorganic.
So it's making
These
copies of itself.
Have so far all been capable of independent movement.
It's like literally like Leatherface Bear Chucky. Is that what this is going to turn into? Where it's like literally like, you know, cutting off people's faces and flesh and making copies of itself that way. That's a little terrifying.
And are all these copies have so far all been capable of independent movement, and are all extremely hostile towards humans. It's believed that 1048 shows affection to those around it in order to lull them into a false sense of security, so that it can secretly gather materials.
Yep.
The first instance of a copy was discovered roaming a facility along with 1048, as it was allowed to freely move across the site to improve morale. This copy resembled a teddy bear similar to 1048, but seemed to be constructed entirely out of human ears.
Disgusting.
Witnesses reported that 1048 was giving the copy a tour of the facility until a security team arrived and attempted to contain it. The copy emitted a high-pitched shrieking sound, inflicting intense pain to any who heard it, and causing ear-like growths to appear on the bodies of everyone within 5 meters.
Yikes.
These growths covered the affected individuals in 20 seconds, and they each died a few minutes later due to an abundance of growths in their mouths and tracheas. Both SCP-1048 and the copy...
This is already way more terrifying than Chucky. I'm just saying.
...and tracheas. Both SCP-1048 and the copy fled the scene and have yet to be recontained, although they are still apparently within the facility. Shortly after this incident, a researcher was found to be missing an ear, removed somehow while he was sleeping. But no other individuals were found with missing ears, so it's unknown how 1048 managed to create the copy.
So it literally was able to just like take one ear and create a copy of itself off of that like one piece of organic material. So like, could it like just take like a spider and like make a copy of itself out of like, well, just one spider, and so it's got like these weird little creepy spider bodies and legs, you know, and that's just even more terrifying.
Another copy was discovered in the site's cafeteria sometime later, appearing nearly identical to 1048, but moving in an irregular, jerky manner.
Okay.
Something seemed to be moving inside of this copy, and a burst seam revealed the presence of the hand and arm of a human infant, which began grasping at the air. Upon seeing this, a female researcher screamed, causing the copy to emit its own scream, similar to that of an infant. It's implied then that the copy attempted to forcefully crawl its way into the researcher's womb, causing massive internal damage.
Jesus.
A security team arrived, forcing them to do something to both the researcher and the copy. 3 hours after the incident, a doctor was found unconscious and bleeding in her office, and it was determined that an abortion was performed on her while she was sleeping.
Good Lord.
Her 8-month-old fetus was never found, and it's believed that it was used to create this second copy. The third copy created by 1048 was found by a doctor when he went to write up the incident report about the last copy, with this one being composed entirely of rusted metal scraps, showing that 1048 can also utilize inorganic materials. This copy ran through the facility, killing and maiming a number of personnel, apparently by jumping through them. The copy escaped capture, and it's possibly still located somewhere within the facility, along with the first copy and 1048 itself.
Like I said, I gotta say, this is already way more terrifying than Chucky. This is like Five Nights at Freddy's on like acid, man. Like, I don't know. That's crazy. It takes an ear off of someone and it creates some kind of weird ear copy of itself that can emit a scream and cause ear growths that essentially closes the person's throat and that causes them to die. And then it makes another one out of an aborted fetus, and the aborted fetus one tries to climb into another woman's womb and ends up, you know, killing her from the internal damage and bleeding. Like, can you imagine seeing that in a movie, man? That would be absolutely terrifying. Good Lord. I feel like I need to, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need any hugs, brother. I'm fine. I'm good.
There's definitely some unnerving incidents here.
No shit.
Especially with the second copy.
Unnerving, he says. Unnerving. Just a little unnerving. It's just a little unnerving. It's fine. You know?
There's definitely some unnerving incidents here, especially with the second copy. But one thing left completely unknown are 1048's motives. It clearly possesses some level of intellect, so what causes it to create such monstrous copies? Whether it's simply malicious, or it was created by someone to carry out these actions,
to do that in and of
1048
itself.
is considered highly dangerous.
Like, okay, that's a weird picture to pause on. Let me just rewind that real quick so we're not looking at a chicken-looking copy of a bear. I was gonna say, like, it still feels like it could be like a weird Wondertainment experiment that went wrong. Because, like, Wondertainment, he seems like he makes a lot of stuff for, like, he, they, whatever, whether it's an organization or an individual. They make a lot of stuff for kids that just have, you know, bad implications. So this could still be, like, I guess, potentially could have been some kind of, you know, experiment that they made. But generally speaking, they have, like, their logo on it, from what I understand. So that would kind of seem to... you know, ex-nay that idea. Then it's like, so then who created it? Or is it a situation kind of like Chucky, where someone, like some kind of serial killer, you know, SCP, either some kind of serial killer had some kind of anomalous thing or whatever, and they got put in this bear, or some kind of anomalous creature got to it, or who knows? You know what I mean? Also seems less whimsical and more malicious, right? Right, you know what I mean? So I guess, yeah, that is kind of the big question would be, is like who created it and why, you know, if there isn't even is a reason why behind it, you know what I mean? Entertainment make it wild, but they always feel more playful. Right. I don't know. It definitely feels like it would be an interesting movie for a horror story, like you said, kind of the twist on Chucky, almost kind of like if you take like The Thing and Chucky and kind of put it together, you know, that's kind of the overall, I guess, sense that I would get from this. You have this creature that's like lulling people into a false sense of security because it's a little cute fuzzy bear, and then it starts taking parts from people and things and creating weird copies of itself that essentially go around killing people, you know? I don't know.
By someone to carry out these actions, 1048 is considered highly dangerous.
No shit.
And it's unknown how many
of its
disturbing,
creations
are undiscovered.
That just is disturbing.
I'm going to leave you with a tale about 1048 now, titled Diary of a Young Girl, which doesn't provide any enlightening new revelations about 1048, but does enhance the horror aspect. Rather than ruining the tale through summarization, I will instead read it in its entirety.
Okay.
Dear Diary, my name is Lizzie Byrne, and I am 7 years old. My mommy and daddy and me just moved in a new house in a town called Frankenberg. Mommy says that we came here because of daddy's job, and so the baby can have new room.
Yikes. Yikes. I feel like it's gonna be something where like the baby dies and it gets like put into the bear or something. I don't know. That's the feeling I'm getting here.
Daddy's job, and so the baby can have new room. I am excited for the baby. Mommy says his name will be Tommy, and we will be friends. I hope he will be my friend. Lizzie. Dear Diary, today when me and Mommy were in the top room of the house, I found a teddy bear. When I found him, he started to move. He gave me a hug. I took him in my dress and hid him in the toy cabinet. I named him Benny. He is my new friend. Lizzie. Dear Diary, today my friend Jenny came over to play with me. When I showed her Benny, she said she thought it was the best toy ever. Then Benny went over to my crayons and drew a picture of me and Jenny holding his hands. It was the cutest thing ever. Then Mommy came in and saw him, and she started to yell about it being unnatural. So she took him away and made Jenny leave. I was sad, but then later Benny came back. I gave him my biggest hug and made him promise to never leave me. Dear Diary, today Mommy had to go to the doctor. I don't know why. But Daddy and the doctor said Mommy will be gone for a long time now.
Yikes.
They won't let me see Mommy. I don't know where Benny is. He went away, and now I don't know where he went. The doctor said that Tommy is gone too. I want to see Tommy. He was supposed to be my friend. All my friends are gone. Dear Diary, today I went outside while Daddy was at the bar. I was out by the bench when Benny was there. I picked him up and hugged and kissed and told him I loved him. It was happy, and then the best thing ever happened. Tommy was there too. He moved kind of funny and looked like Benny on the outside,
Bro.
but I knew it was Tommy.
Bro.
I picked them both up and took them to the toy room. Tommy is all lumpy and slow, but he plays just the same as Benny. I love him. Lizzie. Dear Diary, today I saw that Daddy was sad, so I asked him why he was sad. He said that, Lizzie, you need to stop asking so many goddamn questions. I asked him if he missed Tommy, and he didn't say anything. So I went and showed him Tommy. Daddy went all weird and ran into the kitchen. He wouldn't stop crying and crying and crying. I told him that me and Tommy loved him forever. He told me to go. I went to my room and held Tommy for a long, long time. Lizzie. Dear Diary, today I found a new friend. His name is Davy, and he will be my friend forever. He is made of Daddy. I don't know where Daddy is, but he didn't love me as much as me and Tommy loved him. I thought Daddy loved me. He told me he hated me. I don't go in the house anymore. I stay with Benny. He brings me and Tommy food, and we have all the love we need. We are a family together with love. Nobody can take it away.
Bro, that is a yikes right there, man. Okay. I mean, that story, if it's like the actual origins of it, kind of really makes sense in an extremely creepy way. Like, you have a bear that's just like there and has some kind of like basic consciousness, right? And the kid unknowingly programs the bear and tells it what to do. You know, tells the bear that, you know, you never need to leave me. I love you, blah, blah, blah. So the bear then thinks that like anything that takes it away or tries to replace its friendship is then a bad thing. So the bear then kills the mom. The baby would probably then obviously die because of that. So then the bear creates a copy of itself with the parts from the baby so that she can, you know, have her little brother there and love her. And then, you know, does the same when dad, you know, starts to reject the kid. And yeah. Okay. I mean, first off, okay, if I'm one of the parents and I see this bear that is like moving in this quote unnatural way, I'm fucking throwing that shit in the fire. I am doing everything I can to destroy it. You know what I mean? Like if it's moving like seemingly on its own with its own intelligence, like in a way that is not, you know, how a toy would normally move, like it's looking like it's possessed or real or something like that, I'm throwing that shit in the fire, brother. I'm destroying it. We're nuking the site from orbit. Okay. That's what's happening. Like why mom didn't do that to begin with when she like first saw that and said it was unnatural and just took it away. Nope. We're destroying it. We're getting rid of it. So anyway, let's see what the quote is here at the end. Hypothesized that SCP-1048 used Dr. Blank's unborn child to create SCP-1048-B. Information regarding the possible origin of SCP-1048-B is not to be leaked. The survivors currently undergoing therapy for the incident with SCP-1048-Bs. As Dr. Carver believes it would be extremely detrimental to their recovery. No shit. No shit. So, I mean, I kind of really gave my thoughts to this as we went along. It really seems almost kind of like a mix between, like, you know, Chucky, Five Nights at Freddy's, I guess, and The Thing. This idea that this creature is alive and sentient in some kind of way. Maybe it has some kind of basic instinct to replicate, or if the diary log from this little girl is considered its origin story, you know, it had some kind of basic programming to do that and to become friends with people. But like, yeah, it takes parts from random things, humans or scrap, and creates, you know, copies of itself that then act or have, you know, act in different ways. The aborted fetus one is the most terrifying sounding one. The idea that it took the fetus from a pregnant woman, it like cut them open, took it, used it for parts to make a spare one, and then its sole purpose was trying to get back into the womb of another woman so it could be born, and it killed a woman doing that. Just like the idea of seeing that in a movie would be just terrifying. Just terrifying, dude. Pretty straightforward and perfectly creepy. Yeah, exactly. And sometimes those are the best stories. So, yikes. Yeah, that was like, whenever I like hear stories about this, I try to put it in the context of what it would look like in a movie, you know, format, because that's just how my brain works. You know, I grew up watching movies, so that's just where I try to like put the context to it. So like, yeah, the idea of this being turned into a movie, or even I guess technically a video game, and just seeing a scene like that, yeah, that'd be creepy as hell. But anyway, that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I appreciate you hanging out and watching it. As always, links will be down below in the description to the original video without my commentary and reaction, and to the Exploring series channel. If you would do me a favor and click on those links, check out the original video. If you liked it, give it a like. Check out the Exploring series channel. He's got a lot of good content for the SCP universe as well as others. So if you enjoy his content, do give the man a sub. He definitely deserves it. Would love to have you guys come in here and hang out during these discussions as we do them live. If you would like to do that, there is a join button down below. You can click that. Check out the YouTube membership benefits. See if any of them have any kind of interest for you, and if you'd like to join us as we do these reactions live. Regardless of that, I just appreciate you guys coming in, hanging out, and watching the videos. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and a sub. That helps me, it helps the channel grow, and I definitely would really appreciate it. But yeah, I just hope you're having a wonderful day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, everybody.